Abusiama mu nyina mu aha awie eba APTV yani AP Radio 105.7 kasafidie so. Awie nsamu ayaboabo no de ase yama yemu ne ama hodo so ne yakeka nyina abomu a mede ebre mo se wie prem to breakfast eboyi. Yensam no de ebedi mu akotene bi eni. Yera same da kon se no aso my Ghana keta sha ye pese etu ase ne yankasa ye se ko e de etia ye ho a ehu pa Afia ye mampani de ne nsa shankrata ase COVID-19 tax no won mo ye firi hokra ye mampani abedi akire aginemu emenei Warmo peso mo den hyehyeye ba bonten atumi aya na egina soro ho nko aba mo no wom betumi dia sane na mensi ni kropon ahodo so enya bie Sese yese wa man Ghana ya GDP no atumi apem ko nanim $100 billion warmo hwe ni mu se 2025 e betumi adrusa Afoforo bika ye ho ene aboaboa no se dumienu brem kase ba mede ebremo ya bo ansam ni nyina no dia kogo news.apmediagh.com sanso na yem Facebook and YouTube ni APTVGH TikTok Instagram and X enten fidie ni APmedia_GH abetubi ene edin kita ho medin ene boss lady Afia Kyem Agyemang samno ni Yera friend says Sameda ko and director of strategy and afehwehwemu nsemu was special prosecutor na so ye no na echere mu se keta je my Ghana ye pesi etu ase asoye wono so gina bu sa ankrankra de ne ho na opeso otu galam ye corruption so ase a na ye ko editia no eno na ye echere se ha adwen pa emo ama keta je ye pesi ye pem na ye free wonom no entumi enyina na so oso hwemu amanyosem pii na nkofo bedi evremo ene kura wonom frefresa OSP ni dibre enyim free nsem anasa office ne mpo yengu no na no na ye echere se sasa nyama we nyina ba ene ye se ne oman no ye ankasa keta je ne ye mpesi ye be ye free won senti ene ye ne saa wose cases bi wo hokora na esese nka nnwumeku ahodo ehya ban no ase etimi bua special prosecutor so ye mom ye ebi ne ye raken oforiata na samu a okopie mu e wa manone wose nka institutions bi te say National Intelligence Bureau ene ekwaku aka bi bua no a enye ne se nka ye raken timi kopie mu amanone a won mu ntumi nyane ma man mu mamra no ene no emedie no ye right to aso se nkrofo pi kura na esoi ye rakisi ajaben so so beje ne nkwa free nsem ni nyina ne se wo bo aketa sihye o enti wo so o man Ghana se se ye de na sifom na se ne ebi mu eku editi aketa sihye pesi ye free ho no ya hwe ye bekwa kofa senkese ne de abreye.
One, we have said that they should harmonize it so that they become criminal offenses and not just administrative. And two, we are saying that they should insert the OSP inside the bill. Other than that, the OSP is responsible for fighting corruption, and yet the OSP is not part of the bill. It goes back to the Attorney General. And the reason why we created the OSP is that we are saying that the Attorney General is unable or unwilling to deal with people that he works with. And that he sees every contract, he sees every documentation and all that. So if a problem comes, then the one who supervises cannot be the one to still prefer charges. And so we have done everything, we have sent it back to the Attorney General, and then the OSP is not part of it. So we have said that they should include the OSP in it and firm a few of the offenses. Now punishment is 25 years. In Ghana, I forgot to tell young people, Ghana in the whole of Africa, we have the highest punishment for corruption. But since 1992, nobody has been put in jail for corruption. Yeah, check the statistics. The other variant of corruption, we don't call it corruption, we mean corruption itself. Since 1992. You know the punishment for corruption in Ghana is a minimum of 12 years. It means that if a judge finds you guilty, the minimum the judge will give you, or the minimum is 12. And then the maximum is 25. If you go to Nigeria, it's 510. Kenya, 510. South Africa, 510. Maybe somebody has said that that's why in Ghana, those fighting corruption, we suffer because everybody will put all their blood to fight us back. Because he doesn't want to go to jail for 12 years minimum. But maybe if it was 5, 10, maybe he can consider and go and come without fighting us so much. And if you get a very wicked judge, he or she will give you 25. That's not a joke. So you can see why Ghana, when you are fighting corruption, they will fight you back. Because a panel has some about. So we want this change so that we can all, it can all be in the same field, just like we have it in OSP Act and we have it in Act 29. Those of you may not understand Act 29. Act 29 refers to our criminal and other offences act. That's the one we use to.
Yewrai aya sameda ko wono na ehrai nhwehwemu na fei nkitaudie nsam so de ma oman yiko adubofo pani na so ye na ye mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wanya konya ne National Peace Council for shiemo en wade to omanim senkrofo pi na efrefresa special prosecutor engine di benfri nsam said ye nipa no ye adwuma wo ho kasa sisi se enkrofo bi pese ye special prosecutor efri ho kora no sa na enkrofo bi de akototo ye mampani anim efa oman yiko adubofo pani ho na mampani say so wajetu mu sa abre ya se won fa kwan bi so na woni special prosecutor mfiri wo seto matro petition abre no no a wose ye nkoyi esanse ono akasa wo hwe ani mu secretary che betumi etu ase eno hu ne se ye rekisi ajaben so de nhihye pie gu akwan mu a enya nwiyeye wonya nuru ba bi ampo enti se koba ne se wo twa ne so no waje de benefit ne se mu e bekwa koba ne se enti keta hye ho nsensem wa maso nyina ni nyina beje gu ana no bi beba beto so de se enti eno wo se Ghana fo enya ntoboase na ye ma ye wure ya kwanya na corruption cases yawodo ada na nemu hwehwemu ene nkrofo kra obabo mu kwa adurama mrano ni wo madi nyina no won hwe na wonwie eno no wose kire special prosecutor se ne nkrofo asia ma oma no so wo so ne de ye ne ntempa na cases yawodo abedi wonsam na ma emra ne nkrofo ndi na tememefo ntumi hunu se wo ye adwuma na sa frefre ya se wo mo se yenyumfri wo ne ye mampani si adoso wo no so na enso so sa bredi ogidi se oye bibi fa ho a enye.
I don't enjoy prosecuting people, but I mean, the people of Ghana will not forgive us if people develop impunity in terms of abusing the trust that people have put in them. And so that's why we're resourcing the Economic and Organized Crime Office and the other anti-corruption institutions, including the Office of the Special Prosecutor. And recently, there have been some controversy with the Office of the Special Prosecutor. I think it's premature to call for the closure of that office. The unique thing about that office is it is the only anti-corruption agency that has prosecutorial powers to be able to prosecute themselves without going through the Attorney General. And so people had mistrust for the Attorney General because the Attorney General normally is a member of government and is a minister of state. And so they believe that the Attorney General will be very reluctant to prosecute his own. But if there's an independent office like the Office of the Special Prosecutor, it won't matter who you are because they have security of tenure and they have prosecutorial powers, whether you're a member of government or you're a member of a previous government or you are anybody who has, misappropriated public funds. They have the law is behind them to be able to prosecute you. So I think we should give them a little time. Of course, people want to see, more prosecutions and more results. And so I'll just urge the OSP to speed up, some of these investigations and, show people that the office is still very relevant.
As a special prosecutor, Eman Hoya Harry, ni jumedi awodi emu na Ghana for to me whose office no ho na ye adwuma na ebetumi aboy ketase hye ekuno emu. Na ye mampani nsemu ani egusu ejina COVID-19 levy wabra yekoto 2024 abano neka ne campaign ho asemo so obo yi to ahodo pia free wa COVID-19 levy no eka ho ne senti ewo 2026 budget ya omanyi so afo hwe sikasam so baken kan kire ye no ode ba mu se COVID-19 levy no mu be ye afrim ampani ampa akoto mrahye bedwafie amomo so aye ho adwuma mu de akoto ye mrahye ye mu de akoto ye mampani anim mampani ensaka akrata na no se we de twentwen so sanse ono a ne hyebo ono abese di bohye no so eno ane so ode ne nsa hyehye nkrata ne ase a me ne wo kasai COVID-19 health recovery levy no wonu matumi ayi ede efiri ho a sese wo mo kire mu a nanka Afia Afibia sike tumiji free yentimemufo ho no about 3.7 billion cedis. Then so ne ya wo maye free we say sike nyina ese ban yentimemufo ho enya de be free yenchen yakọ ebebo amanwuma hodo atumi agina na fe yentimemufo so yekomu adwen no on mote say sike e de free VAT eto no emu ya 1% ena na wo mote say de ye free ho no yegidi yesani ma ebekoyi.
This is the COVID Health Recovery Levy Repeal Act 2025. And it's my honor and privilege to sign to repeal the COVID levy. Promise made, promise delivered. And today is the 10th of December, 2025. Sign. Purported to provide free water, free electricity, free food, and a lot of things. And to the shock of most Ghanaians after the pandemic was over and after the elections were over, government slapped Ghanaians with a 1% value-added tax, ostensibly to recover what it's supposed to have spent on the COVID pandemic. Ghana continued to remain one of the only countries where we're being taxed for a pandemic that had passed. And so during the election, we promised that when the NDC comes to power, the COVID levy is one of those who repeal. A lot of Ghanaians have disliked this tax, and today I'm pleased that on the 10th of December 2025, I've signed the repeal act to remove the 1% COVID levy. And I will present it to the Clerk of Parliament.
Yaman Penny, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, na sign and krata. Ya ebe COVID-19 levy no every holo. Na yanto sonko NDC amanyuko ni mu ayera Mustafa Agbande wono na yetwerefo abedi echire ede ma chidikese amanyuko yi. Na wo se NDC fo enkunuma wo mu di ye wo 2024 abato ni mu no echire sane ye wono musiboabo mu hu ye mankabo mu di wo manim kan. No mu yi mpanimfo nso so anim de no mu betumi aye adwuma ededi wo mo kan wo se no na ma yentememfo enya rehemu e wo mo mo. Esansa 2016 na tumi free one month side koma abandada no wo kire se mfinhia wo twene nyina na abandada na nkomodo man yi kwoto amnem ye to mu a enesa sa na ewre ye kan o ena enam so ma Ghana fo hu se de bi e wo se ye pe onkrofobia omo benyen ede efram na yakwakotom nim ado omo hu ni ye NDC fo so no o ma hyehye wo mo party ni ye kunini tete ni ani nte ne dia ni mu omo betumi abo man yi afi wo mo nsam kra no mo de ba bonten wo mo campaign ni mu no eto temamufo akoma so the sense na yira Agbande se wo mo do wo mo kokromoti kwoto aba eyi NDC amanyuko ene wo mo na ebu oman nti wo seso wo mo do oman so a enya bibia ntirew eye Ghana fo nya gidie ni akokodo wo mo mo ene ede wo mo ba ye ni abandada no ene ma wanye ni ye ni oman ye ode kwoto amnem ene ma nkunimdie ba NDC fo na fan.
I think that basically the 2024 December election was one that we won out of conviction, rooted within competence. We won as a result of competence, and there was commitment on the part of executives in particular, and then it went all the way to the grassroots. We had managed to brand our party, and it was not an unrealistic branding. It's a regrouping as a result of our defeat in 2016. Also because we believe largely that the country was headed for the wrong reasons, on the wrong directions. We had to rescue the country because as an opposition party, we are the only hope that was left to salvage the country from where it was headed to by President Akufo-Addo and his appointees.
Era Mustafa Agbande and Deputy General Secretary Dima NDC amanyuko no a Sese wasanso Deputy Director of Operations ewo Agyemang Penny atena ye koni partner ye munsem.
This segment is brought to you by
King's Home Studios.
Abano se waye nhyehyeye awie National Decentralization Policy and Strategy edema 2026 adekosi 2030 afeno emo no one mo kyeresa san hyehye nyina no wo mo de ba na aboa ma papia memunto tumekonenim eno ne local government no se wo hwe oman ni mu akame se tumi ni nyina gina soro centralize bibia anti eye ne yeso ko oman ni kropon mu ho na bibikase no ne fanwa edi gina na ne nyina mu no mpeso mu yi sade ifiri ho enam so ma san hyehye omde ba foforo yi Agyemang Penny abedi chro benfo na opoku Agyemang ene de tu dwase se de won mawie ma draft bibia wi a wo mode koto interministerial coordinating committee no anim sebe ya won mo so betumi agye ato wo munya gye to mu a wo mo be hya ase de dwuma 2026 ene be hya ase afiri adekosi 2030 mu a tumi ni dodo no a wo mo de bi be sane fom mensi ahodo won betumi asigina ye won mankasa offices ya ahodo be ko hono bibia ni ye nkasa konkran ni mantam ko office kesi mu anasa ko headquarters won kran de bi won mo e wo mensi betumi agina wo mutumi so no mo de adwuma ewo asoye ahodo mu a wo mo gye di yese betumi aboa pa ama nkronkuma so etumi apagya na edimo ewo ye mayemo.
For nearly 4 decades, Ghana has made deliberate efforts to strengthen our local governance system. The establishment of the IMCC in 2010 was a way to recognize that a single ministry cannot achieve decentralization. This requires a wider approach anchored on coordinated and sustained leadership from all the sectors whose mandates interface with local development and service delivery. The IMCC remains a national institutional mechanism for intersectoral policy coordination and for the decentralized local governance system. We have learned that this committee met regularly, or in the past when it met regularly, we made significant progress. Indeed, between 2010 and 2016, the IMCC successfully resolved some of the most difficult reform challenges, including decisions that had remained unimplemented even since 1989.
Professor Jenana opoku Agyemang no ye Agyemang abedi echire na abaino enam asoye hwa ye ne amahodo nkita hodi ensam so a wono mo abo Israel adehye miensa wo ba ye manimo omdo mo sa ko mo ma Israel nim enesa medebeto mo anim enrada kase bomo se temamufo Ghana fo enso mo kopie mu ewo Israel mu be enan de wono mo free abedwafie ya no wono mo ekodi dwumason ede aboa ye manyi ewo Israel manati so mo de nipa miensa so ka wo mo ho wono mo dru Tel Aviv ye wiamushan ebe aye bi ye wo ho no ene editeni wo mo na chese ye kire wono mo hye wono mo a ye de wono mo hye wa ne don hwene de be numu kwansia so nyenom da so ho empanimfu atete ne ani nten course ahodo ne course a wono mutumi gya enan ya na wono mo firi ma hye bedwafie kodi dwumason no ye gya mam ko miensa ne de wono a na flight e san ne chia ba man mu ye de mo tenemu ena tipa ye san de mo ba ye man mu enam so ma osoafo a wo hwe ye ne amahodo nkita odi ensem so ye wasam yakuze to abla kwa be kaseti aye pa ama ye de ho nsem to manim ye wo chese de course no entwahie se bone ben na temamufo Ghana fo ya ye Israel fo e benam so ma wo mo aye ye de tisei nene de asa beto dwa ene se wosoafo no esa de aba se enam de Israel fo ye Ghana fo nti ene na eno adakra na Israel fo miensa bi nso so abaye manyibo wɔn gyina so menra no a wɔn saa de wɔn ekɔ wɔn kurom na yɛwura yi kyerɛ sɛ de Israelfoɔ ɛne yɛdi ne nwonwonwo wɔn mu hu bɔne bi a yɛde ayɛ wɔn na wɔn bɛgyina so ɛbɛma yɛn nkorɔfoɔ asasan wɔn akyi nkyerɛmu papa bi ani ho so wɔn de ma yɛ no yɛn nso yɛ ni nkyerɛmu papa bi a de ni ho ane sɛ wɔn mo yɛ bi ɛne yɛn nso yɛyɛ wɔn bi sese no akɔyɛ tutu anase wanwan akɔyɛ wanwan mo de aba ɛne yɛn nso yɛde mo de akɔ a yɛhwɛ ne mo sɛ senkan yɛ bi na ɛbɛkɔ so wɔ aman yi mienu ntamu a sɛ we deport we na we nso deport we no yɛbɛtumi ahwɛ na yɛyi afiri hɔ sɛ bɛyɛ a nneɛma so yɛbɛtumi akɔ n'anim de afiri aso yɛhwɛ nneɛma ahodoɔ nkitawodie ensɛm so ɛba ɛno no. Na United Nations Office for Project Services wɔn mo se wɔn bo ɔman Ghana pa wɔ nneɛma dodoɔ no emu enkanka ne wie mu nsakyerɛ hawo a ɛde brɛ yɛn san so na apɔmuden mu nsɛm so nneɛma bi a yɛtosin wɔ mu akadeɛ ɛne sika ne nneɛma pii ɛno so wɔn de ɛboa yɛn na wɔkyerɛ sɛ wɔn ahyɛseɛ ɛde mfidie ne nneɛma ɛma ɔman yi ne wɔn taa de papa ɛfa apɔmuden nsɛm mu saa nneɛma nyinaa no ɛne sɛ ɛfiri sɛ United Nations foɔ Project Services no wɔn de bibo ɔman yi mu no mfinhyia dunie na wɔn mo hwɛ na wɔn mo ahwɛ mfinhyia du no fa so a yɛnya firi mu ne nneɛma dodo a ɛde abrɛ yɛn no ɛne wɔn mo si wɔn nsɛm so pi so wɔn bɛkɔ so aboa yɛn man yi ɛwɔ apɔmuden nsɛm mu aboa yɛn man yi nso so ɛwɔ awie mu nsakyerɛ ne ho nneɛma bi a ɛde ɛbɛbrɛ sɛ bɛyɛ bɛboa yɛn afei wɔn de nhyehyɛ egu akwan mu a ɛmma ɛne ɛmmabu no deɛ ɛbɛtumi aboa ama wɔn apem akɔnkan na wɔn mo asetena mu akɔ yie no so ɛbɛtumi ɛde aboa wɔn mo afei wɔn mo nso asɛbe kyemato wɔn nipadua mu wɔn mo abiebie nnwuma nkuma mu so wɔn mo kyerɛ sɛ no nso so wɔn na wɔn kwan ɛne akwaniasa dodoɔ no aso ɛbɛtumi aboa ma ne nyinaa no akɔ n'anim ama kwanya dodoɔ no a abayɛ ma yi mu.
Throughout these projects, we have also delivered tangible system change, setting the stage for decades of resilient growth, including a first-of-its-kind adaptation investment roadmap for Ghana, in collaboration with the Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology, which quantified climate risks across the energy, water and transport sectors. We have equipped 25 government institutions with specialized open source tools and training, institutionalizing the capacity for data-driven, climate-resilient infrastructure planning, and helping to prioritize investments to protect the nation's assets from extreme weather events. A supplementary initiative is ongoing with the Ministry of Works and Housing, aiming at supporting the development and promotion of EDGE-certified low-carbon housing prototypes. We hope that we have contributed to building capacity of all our national counterparts, ensuring training on equipment delivered, sharing and building best practices, and developing new tools. Another example I'd like to share is the e-library set in collaboration with the Ghana National AIDS Control Program, which now serves as a central repository for HIV/AIDS related resources, enhancing knowledge sharing, program effectiveness, and ultimately contributing to a more informed national response to HIV/AIDS.
Deputy Executive Director Agyemang United Nations Office for Project Services a wɔn ayɛ wɔn so mbɛboa yɛn man yi ama nneɛma ahodoɔ tumi akɔ n'anim. Miss Leighton Cohn wɔn ɛne kyerɛ saa nsɛm nyinaa ɛde ɛma yɛn. Yɛtwa yɛn ho na yɛagye aboafoɔ nkratoɔ ɛba a yɛkɔ dwadie mu nsɛm.
AP Media app now at apmediagh.com/app. It is currently available for Android devices. Coming soon to Play Store and App Store.
Hello there, I welcome you to Kino Computers, your one-stop shop with the perfect tech solution. At Kino Computers, we give you the best deals on quality laptops, phones, and accessories. Whether you're looking for a high-performance laptop for work, a reliable phone for staying connected, or the latest accessories like M.2, SSD, wireless mounts, ergonomic keyboard, and USB adapters to boost your productivity, we've got you covered. We also provide expert repair services as well as nationwide delivery on all our products. Visit us at Adum on the ground floor of the Abanaba Plaza near the Relish Health Shop for unbeatable prices and exceptional service. For more information, call us on 0248 137672. 0248 137672. Kino Computers, beyond your expectations.
Dr. Kuku Dazi has written a very informative book called How Demons Operate. This revelational piece exposes all the deep secrets about demons to set you free from their evil clutches. You can purchase the book online on Amazon.com and Bol.com, or also grab a copy from Continental Supermarket at Ayeduase or the Kyem Shell Shop in Kumasi. You can also call us on 050-644-9797 for your copy. Get a copy right away. For desktops, UPS, toners, and printers galore, Bell Enterprise has got it all, from CCTV cameras to office chairs that keep you in style at affordable prices that will make you smile. For schools, businesses, and individuals alike, we have what you will surely like. Contact us on 0245 099 786, 0245 099 786. Bell Enterprise. Shop with ease. Introducing the Smiling Shark Outdoor Solar Camping Light. A new modern way of lighting up your world. It's a powerful portable lamp with 2 modes of brightness, a strobe light, as well as a flashlight. You can power it through solar charging or Type-C charging. With a built-in high-capacity lithium battery, you can also use it as a power bank to charge up your mobile phone through USB. To purchase one, contact 055 051 5323 or 053 520 3534. This segment is brought to you by
Tizo Aluwex.
Aboafo bia wo mo so ya sen wa wi apram to broadcast e boy mo mo krat for ye kwaje yi hi APTV AP Radio 105.7 kasafidi eso na e wodwade mu ensemo no Fitch Solutions ye enhwehwemu ekuo bi a kire se UK mining and one more no one mo hwehwe my Ghana esika sam ne sade ye niam economy no esi ko ahuni yi se ye 2026 mu a my Ghana ye bedwane pa ba na esika sam ne nyini mu a esanso mo hwe ntoto ya hodo a 2025 ya koso ene se ne edwade hu nsam ne sika sam esi agina na naso a no a omuhu ne se o my Ghana akonya wo homa yen se enyini ebeba ya fa wo 2026 emu na ade ba kwa won mo pese Ghana fo etumi hu ne se yate ne se no enya se ye betia da ye nye bibi mfa ho anase ye bema ye tirimu aye da na ye yiyani esesa nhihye ahodo pi wo ho a ye di egu akwam san se wo mo hwe Africa hakra sade enjinwa hwemma no homne so wo ama ahodo bi so no a wo mo se yan hwe ye betumi aka ye ama ye sika sema kofom wo mo hwe se ne ye be ye yidi afa no a ye hwe ma ye ni nko ho se be ye wo mo akan ye be ye ho adwuma ma atumi aye ho saa e de ama ye no wo kire se ba ne saa ye be ma ye homne so kra kira a kyan ama bi ti se Indonesia nom ne Kenya nom China kra se ye betumi yakoye nimpa akwa kan wonom ho a ni nyina no ayi hade pa na de wode sansam hodo nyina ma ye oya assistant director at the Fitch Solutions Mike Kuniga.
The 2026 budget as broadly supportive of growth. And this aligns with our forecast that Ghana's real GDP growth will notch up from an already pretty strong 5.8% in 2025 to 5.9% in 2026. And you can see that on the chart on the left here. So continued strong economic growth next year will be driven by private consumption and a continued expansion in fixed investment, which is still recovering from the sharp contraction it saw in 2023. And then in the medium term, so again, looking a little bit beyond 2026, growth is set to remain pretty healthy around the 5% mark, supported by continuous expansions in domestic demand. Importantly, Ghana's current growth projections aren't just strong by its own historical standards. It also places Ghana among the fastest growing economies globally. And you can see that clearly on the chart on the right here. So Ghana is going to outpace a lot of other emerging markets next year, including, as you can see here, mainland China, Indonesia, Kenya as well. So overall, I think the growth story for Ghana is going to be one of outperformance.
Fitch Solution for no more so my sanhwehwemu assistant director Mike Kuniga and echire mu se 2026 de Ghana anhwa ye bepema koye ni mo hwese na yesika samsi kono a ye betumi agya na so pa 2026 afeno emu na wodwade mu ano wono mo ede hwemudie bi ahwehwe so ma Yera Samuel Eket na ede sam hodo atodwa wo se ye hwe omanyi afibie mu emfaso ye nya ya tete ye bibia firi mawie de beka kire ye friend se GDP no won mo se 2025 yi won mo hwe ni mu se enko si awie ye no ye betumi anya be $100 billion a e betumi aboa ye manyi won mo hwe se de na edwade hu nsem otumi agina na ne ma wodo nso kɔ ne nim se de Fitch Solution for atumi ehunu no a na ese omanyi kwan pa no ane atiasi mu no a ye nam so e de kɔ ye nimu a GDP no se etumi apagya mo hwɛ nimu se abanyi e de nkyehye ahodo begu akwan mu a afi bia e betumi apema kɔ ne nim e ba sa e betumi aboa ye ntimemfo no ama oba system nimu so a ye mu atumi ahenhan.
Ghana's GDP in dollars was about $49 billion. Now, when you add that to our population of 30-something, you have a per capita income that at the same year was 1,756. Now, because we crossed 1,000, we became a middle income, but a lower middle income. Today, one of the key things on the economic performance in 2025 is pointing to the direction that Ghana, for the very first time, by the end of 2025, which will be calculated next year by April, will stand a pole position to hit $100 billion for the first time in our history. At the same time, it is possible that the per capita 10 years ago below $2,000, of course it's around $2,000 now, could hit above $3,000 also for the very first time, inching us away from the median to the higher level of the lower middle income.
Your friend or Samuel Lakest, and was say GDP no afiwe mu nkwana wie ne de ebetumi enya billion no oha ewo dollars ni mo na atumi aboa yen oso hwe my Ghana abakosemu a enhu bi da 2025 nim na ehu ne yese yegina baby a say wo fom pa na hwe mfinhye dumu ni ekura no ana ye wo $49 billion no enu ne mi se na kese mpo ai ne se ye hwe ni mo se ebetumi anya $100 billion dia ene ne ya de ebetumi aboa won mo kire se ebe mo my God mu ayede na enwuma wodro so ebetumi nya kokodro apema konenim ewo economy nim efri afia edi eniwo ekro no ebo ye ko agudie mu ensem.
This segment is brought to you by
Pogbell Enterprise.
Okay, ya boa ene dia godie mu nsam ebesom yen ewa wiapram to broadcast ebo esum gidi yese wa boa dodo no ano awode ebasa memma akwa aba e fa cho wo ho ye de
ma me ho ye
e de nyame ase
sure
fa yewrem
emre no kwose me wodi nkaka no agodie mu nsam epikase bo dumienu de edi ameje so sam okay ye boa me hyase a na me hyase efisem esanse de bia ye ba wo se hyase fifie asane akwa amanfo eman so na enra Kumasi Krobia Asante Kotoko metema ewo eye FA Cup no no money team my friend no eye Future Stars koso Cash Park na match ni ko wie no na Kotoko etimi edi nkonim ka mienu a Future Stars for na team ka baako na no match no na enika isan se first half na 10 minutes pepepe and Future Stars abrante friend Rudolph no Division 1 boy na wo be shia Kotoko a okwa akoto twede kane enene obat na atum na yenhwe ni ekwan a Rudolph ni go no efa so bae yenhwe Rudolph ni go no yes Rudolph won mo hwe ni de o mahu de ya ni go ni si etie o ne mpanifo oboba na wo no o de o pre ho nyan wa akoshegu mato twede kane ye the game ni ko first half na Future Stars for ne lead ni go ni kra man for say enye fe na man for say enye fe but Kotoko for no ye remontada in the second half yes abrante fere Hube Jewu champion midfielder senior player no ade osi form ekunimu ye dia na abrante no wasi form ma Kotoko eno nya equalizer no yes di so ahun say ni go no bebia no ogina obobbo ne share no na fe abrante ni go ni de we kana efe pa Hube Jewu go no share no na afi Peter Amidu Akwa so share late go around 89 minutes no na Peter Amidu Akwa enti ene koye ya mante mante minu Peter Amidu Akwa na afi so Hube Jewu enya ye 2 goals no de ma Kotoko ni Kotoko etimi progress called the round of 32 obeka ya Kotoko for na ye current holders last season there no omnaji ye ni tikabe ya say upset KCC bitimi akoso na so enra coach Karim Zito ne mante ne kasa half time break no ma second half no omunye adwuma no ewiwi Future Stars na park na ye ball so no de na nyame anim kwen na shedan koyi park no Kotoko for ne pa style of play na boys need to be more enti penifo e be serem next time say yakobo match bisa esi da say mbeje peni aba be si obaba yara ana say park a so ani kakra isa say we die na enye we ne de ball Sunday Stars ne woncheni enye a competitive match and it was say more the professional players and conform bokotoko so I say I say odi Chelsea akwa gina Warsaw Park so one here ebekwa ko ha dwene yehu Man United ni Grimsby 4 Park na ensheda nkoyi affect top quality players omo de but for next time best of say omo hwe sad ni na ma to aso na me nko papa e friend Mickey Charles be kuma on opening pa Techiman Techiman City team ni ne dia because on bank ruler ban kase bibia ni on team ni ne dia na experienced administrator na papa ne sema wa ba be kan de we de wa be kan asem ne de but wa wuti na wo hwe no me so me bisa o sa asem ne se asem na papa ne kan no oni ni adwene ni nsem ni nyina ne se abrante friend Andre Rami Morgan Dede Ayu former Black Stars captain o se abrante ru hu ni se 2026 World Cup no obekobi na ni nkyere mu ni se okọ Nania Park ena okọ abedi fie na o se okọ ye na hu se Dede fa ball ode na ba ko fa so mi no se Dede obekọ World Cup o se Dede obekọ World Cup ezan se okohu no training no o se no bi about 2 years ni o mo board ye na wakwako hunu ewo Nania Park de yo ni Nania team no Nania FC players no they did any of bobo no now control ball now twist no turn no o say ono de a convincing no cry say they obetimi abo Black Stars ni easily etina me bisa say papa na sem na work no money ni adwina na because since 2023 after say couple AFCON ewo Cote d'Ivoire buy no they did more competitive match Emma Black Stars ni bim toward buy no me hu say they did any part of the plan na fi Mickey Charles obekasa asemi na empenifo no don beka bia na right anase we obekasa appellation anase ohwa dede obesi dede trimu ye ne dana wo he otu ado squad na wo ye Ghanaian football over wadwini mu no usu say fa dede ayu enka Black Stars ne ho ana anase de papa ne ka no sebi ebia bogus wo ho we de question ena mato ama omumuti ne omomohwe no na yenko World Cup 2026 World Cup na be koso USA do na eno na papa ayefre no GB Jones ono no chief security and safety officer for 2026 World Cup na be koso USA Canada Mexico na papa ne se sise no esan se bambo ho sensem on se US ne ekobo no nipa bonefo ewo wiase nti ese o se jama se twene drums on se ya ekwaye de kunka ne sa ne manema ne kai ho ena afi smoke ene fireworks sa de ma no adabraka ubeye dede o ba memfa twene bia mewuram enti jama se Ghana on se ekwaye kobu jama yes manfo se umuhwema ase papa ne target Ghana ban sa aspect na because ye de yentimi ko stadium without say ye de twene be kwa be bo kotuje yes and I say nyumma hodo aya na munim no say they are Black Stars and I say supporters Ghana supporters you know the way we see the color ekoho ene ntwene won say na mo bonnwom no we be hu eja no to me mo say eno na papa ne hwe won say no opese wo sisa kwan no on be say Ghana be ba yes ade no ho ena afi smoke no on say smoke no sa ade na ya omu ya na ehu se bebre na park timi efita na unhu page ne so no say eno so wa ban ne sa ade no na afi fireworks on so mutimi to ade na age crowd we say for security measures nti sa ade no match venues no enya allowed but say abontin na obeye udede dia obetimi aye eti twene ye de be ko no ye be ra stadium on be check no magi but say ye winning match na say ye PF stadium abontin de ne eya na papa no abegina ho say o ma ye mo twene ana say o ma ye nyi dede e ho no ma eno ne nsema afi GB Jones a oye chief security and safety officer for 2026 World Cup ono so e dia babeto dwa na ma menko Cameroon na menfa asemi entudwa esa say asem na efi ho ba no sebi yarehusem de because Samuel Eto'o obekaya former Barcelona, former Inter Milan, former Chelsea, former Cameroonian international, national team all-time top goal scorer. Papa on a yes say fake photo no omo president make say omo football association on a president na eno na yetete and as according to a BBC and as a British top media no omo say papa yi wa sheda ene wa me yi Vincent Abubakar every AFCON squad nim na the nti omo kan say omo say hwe eto a wabo 116 118 matches ene dia ma Cameroon for no ena wa hye 56 goals eti uko omo abakwase ma omo bo mabo ni nyina national team no ono wa hye goals dudu na hwe ma Vincent Abubakar ono so abo 117 matches a wa hye 45 goals eti uhwe ma se yetie free man na se ebia 9 goals e the separate eto ene abante friend Vincent Abubakar eno no mo say enu ntina ohwe squad ebede edi na se beto odwa na ye hu Vincent Abubakar in fact on the captain of Cameroon for no side no almost eto say na bi ono pa betena se say ono wa 56 goals now wa 45 na me mfa nko AFCON na bia me record am didi hu kakra no oba be break ni de ene Vincent Abubakar ene me mfa nko bi me de me na yesi form o say wo ye de ya me ma nko because ye tete say McBreeze former coach no Musaki asa na Pagu eba be take over no ne squad o de ba ye de onana any abrante friend no Vincent Abubakar no mu wom eno na eto si dabi papa ko na me fa new coach eti new coach so ba ye ono so de ne squad ba ye na Vincent Abubakar enim eti eto si na ni age pa according to a British media outlet no omo si eto eni bre bone eni bre pa se ono record ne de so bi ba be break pa wa bre o ti ase de on ti ase eteli Vincent Abubakar Cameroon squad na mo de ba AFCON no otumi mabi enti eto record ne de enya ade obeba be break ho na Cameroon ho no ma biem no on say first official lineup and as official squad de ba no na an American say provisional squad ne ba na branch friend Andre Onana Man United keeper ya osi owo loan e Trabzonspor no e take no na ne din enim no na official one aba you see the Omasameti dia koma caf you see Andre Onana when you late call up AFCON no ebehu Onana ti o man no mu complain say ebia BBC share any political reasons intina ebia Andre Onana intimi call AFCON ni bia say there I'm sure say Omakoma beto omuyem because he has been called an official submitted squad na dia koma caf no say Andre Onana so ka ho a ebehu no e AFCON no na e AFCON no ho no ma biem no say players akukudam bi wo ho no ma AFCON yi bekosi omuntimi mabi players akese bi ho no ma omo club no omo bobo ni ye ebi so ho no ma epra ebi so ho no ma for no reason and ya drop him now him ma see na list no esitie medin camp so say Vincent Abubakar a Cameroon ni de eto yesi eto selfish reason ti na o mane ma eti ono ho ne kwa de ye fa ho ni gu no mo se ne form enso enye Afia bright friend Nicolas Pepe a o sina academy Biarritz a o fi Cote d'Ivoire and as Ivory Coast no ono de ne de according to MSC Faye awon coach no o say enye performance enti na wan fa number esi say abrante no utiti stories bi e won ho a bi onam ene ababa bi on ne ekọ entwide wo street no so no omo say egu Cote d'Ivoire for nani mase enti na o man fa number enti ka football reasons there o when the performance for Biarritz ka enye bad but ono so o ma drop no ena afi Simon Adingra obekaya last AFCON no winning goal no ma assist Sebastian Haller Kyem and still young but season we almost so call Sunderland and the modern mono I on and off because we about 9 matches and we share just a single goal and we one assist it's a coach they say Simon Adingra on to me Kobe na last player na dey Johan Wissa Abrante Osina Academy DR Congo and afi Newcastle United Obekaya in the summer no and obu na ketemu free team a friend of Brentford at the bar Newcastle 67 million pounds deal mu na on say oba no ntimi mo ensia kan farmer Newcastle isa say epra eshen ho eno na mu coach Sebastian Sabres no ultimate risk Abrante nti ono so ya drop no to ono kwade de ende enye because of performance na mum injuries eti key players be meso mo AFCON we Ghana for to nchen ya Nicolas Pepe Simon Adingra afi Abrante friend Vincent Abubakar and afi Abrante friend Johan Wissa we mu 90 million available ewo AFCON no na move fan na me call Europe is say enra UEFA Champions League match day 6 no last round of matches no course no na notable matches results akese to todwa be sha say fi Santiago Bernabeu ho na Real Madrid for etina fima Manchester City ekoto a mko share omo kamienu a Manchester Real Madrid for entimi etie kanemu baako akoye 2-1 Xabi Alonso pressure ban so hwema sinesi etie Karabakh FK etina fima Ajax ebe she ne kana ya omote ekano emu mienu afi BRL tena fi ema shockingly Copenhagen from Denmark ebe she ne kamiensa otimu mienu Athletic Club was Spain no one shebi and a Paris Saint-Germain from France and also entumi and shebi Bayer for Leverkusen tena fi be arena she come no Newcastle United and so eti academy unity ko ye tipenko and a Benfica our Estadio da Luz no was she come no team my friend Napoli so entumi anti eti Mourinho and na match ni mu na Mourinho di briefcase e see ho and e bisa say briefcase e dey chairman ade onye skapudu bi ana and o see o dabi na ono de nyes kabin wanya nemum Abrante Scott McTominay ni ball na wo no efe na ne ball na efe ne de nkefa ho bai o se mo be kaya McTominay wo Manchester me na me man chance e man ni boru Manchester team ni boy etine se mo hu se me the briefcase ya ba me ba beje ne ntade ene ne mpaboa o de ball match no Mourinho we so ni asem efi ne fa me can actual Afia Borussia Dortmund etina fi was signal do na shemienu team my friend Bodo Glimt from Norway and so shemienu Club Brugge etina fi ma Arsenal the Gunners no ni Madueke and no obo 2 goals ho and afi Gabriel Martinelli and so Edeba ko kan ho Juventus etina fi shemienu a Pafos entimi anti and afi Real Madrid se na me kan no omo she ka ba ko Man City she omo kamienu na hwe Champions League standings na City Arsenal the Gunners still unbeaten omo 15 points omo din kan Bayern Munich and so 15 points on also tosu mienu afi Paris Saint-Germain 13 points Manchester City tosu 9 on also 13 points Atalanta tosu enum 13 points Inter Milan tosu insia on also 13 or 12 points Real Madrid Football Club tosu and so 7 or 12 points and afi Atletico Madrid tosu enwotwe 12 points Liverpool tosu nkron 12 points and Borussia Dortmund tosu edua also eduba ko ma kan de moto ato aso ubenya Spurs Newcastle United Chelsea Sporting CP Barcelona Olympique Marseille Juventus Galatasaray AS Monaco team my friend Bayer Leverkusen PSV Karabakh Napoli and afi Copenhagen we money teams are to ato aso na ehwe Europa League matches ebekoso Europa nim ubenya Dinamo Zagreb otina fi Real Betis de abo afi so Midtjylland Everton fi Denmark any team my friend KLC Genk from Belgium Utrecht Everton fi Nottingham Forest e dey see ni afi Ferencváros Everton fi Hungary any team my friend Rangers from Scotland Ludogorets Bulgaria no any team my friend PAOK FC from Greece Ebeshia na afi so OJC Nice France oni SC Braga Stormgrass Betna Austria any team my friend Crvena Zvezda AFC Serbia VfB Stuttgart Everton fi Maccabi Tel Aviv Al-Mufi Israel na afi BSC Young Boys Switzerland no Omni Leo from France. Ushima FC Basel, and also better Switzerland, any team friend Aston Villa. Now SK Brand, any team your friend Fenerbahce from Turkey. Celta Vigo better than Bologna from Italy. Now for Celtic, and so at Nefi Glasgow, any team friend AS Roma, Eddie Asia. I feel Benya Porto better than Portugal, any Mamu FF. Football Club AS2 Bucharest, Romania, no. Omni FC Feyenoord from Holland, and I feel Freiburg better than Germany, any Salzburg, I feel Austria. Olympic Lyon better than go ahead Eagles. Eddie Asia na fi Panathinaikos any Victoria Pleasant from Czech and so Asia eti we ni matches bekoso ene UEFA Europa League metititi ho ede ama etifo any yes Conference League so matches ho ana conference ni de ana no matches ni doso but Crystal Palace mu ho ti mo mu di no matches no teams na ewu mu no omonye teams a omuhuhu sa no de yen se dan se yemre ho no sa na Real Madrid match no na ohwema arehosem kakra isa se enra Thibaut Courtois after match no na o se goal na share no first goal no enra in the fourth see the wajal to mu se oye mistake ena maniko rally e the ball na share eti pressure better coach ne so de but almost say they will fight for the coach omni ombe kwama coach no ezan say be adu no say performance no mo si boy no so mo to aso a anhwe going forward omo next match so me bon no betimi enya good results na ma coach na djuma no I safe afin so no okay ma Bobby Charlton say no be firm the coach they say oba no 20 minutes be say 15 minutes of boy no n'ani aso abrante no ti going forward no say Bobby Charlton or the be can the plans ho pa na man for say e ka kire o say ma Hendrick Mobi na say one Hendrick Mobi a asumit me ashi tin sem ne doso but ma me fancy ha no me nsa kepoku ba if you hu de to aso me nua ba
yo sa me na se wi
mati
Ebusha sam okay abo na dia agode mu nsama besom yen wa wia from to breakfast boy so no na ya de nyina besi ha ya bo no akogo news.apmediagh.com abetumi akokenkan bi Facebook and YouTube APTVGH TikTok Instagram na X fide ni APmedia_GH abetumi ene edi nkita ho awoda de nkra na de to aso. Happy birthday to Oheneba Dankwa Jupiter Owusu. Jupiter nyakopon enhira pa na wonye okese ne wawoda die mo woma akoma so ade nyina mremu kwatente ahode wom ene yesre ede ema wo reporter ba kope Oheneba Dankwa Jupiter. Happy birthday to you. Sanso ana abaya so no Stephanie enne nyame de afekro aka ne mfi ho. Steph nyakopon hira wo pa na onye okese Stephanie de wo prehwehwe bia no wonsa entumi enka na pono bia atoto no emu emie ema wawoda die mo. Happy birthday to Stephanie. No me yansa na wahia go forma no ewo AP Sports so omo beso mo TV so na fe Radio 105.7 kasafide no so ewia mo son for boss lady Afia Kyem Agyemang na me beso mo kase ebo no ne kinkan emu no nsia brem ye besehia makramo.